SABC News regional teams are strategically placed throughout the country, watching the story for you as it continues to unfold. We've got a presence in Polokwane, where a number of shop owners have started to arrive there. In Soweto, we've also seen a bit of movement. But let's take you to Mahikeng in the North West. That's where we can see our reporter, Sentleeng Lehihi, standing by, engaging a number of tuck shop owners, Sentleeng, who I imagine are trying to make the most of the time left.
Good morning to you, Ayanda, and our viewers. Indeed, the pressure is mounting for tuck shop owners here in Mahikeng. They've explained to us that many of them have tried to actually meet the deadline and ensure that they're well registered on time to, avoid any eventuality of having their operations shut down. But many of them are saying that this process has been painstakingly complex for them, and many of them find themselves unable to really fully register and be compliant due to the complexities of the process. They've said to us that they need some assistance for them to be able to interpret the expectations and fully implement them. And they're also concerned about the monetary implications there, because some of them, to be compliant, would need to fix up their businesses. We've heard from the Department of Koketso in the province that while a number of applications have been made, not all of them were processed and approved because of the non-compliance issues. But for more on this, we're here at the Collen Tuck Shop, and we're going to speak to Ntate Collen. Ntate Collen, o re tlhaloseditse gore o operate tuck shop ya gago ka hano o ntse o leka ka bojotlhe gore o netegatse gore tiro e dirang ka kwano e tsamaisana le tsa melao, mare application ya gago ntate wa ka ga ise tsamae sentle, ga ise nne fully registered. Re tlhalosetse tota matsapa a wa ntate.
Ke a leboga khisidiake mo go le ba bogedi ko gae. Go bua nnete fela motho o lekile mo o ka kgonang teng gore a feleletse o kgonne gore o reach the requirement, but kwa bofelo maletsatsi go bua nnete motho o paletswe mare ga se pehela. Ha ke go tlhalosetsa ke ka nna gore motho o lekile go tsa di steps tse tsotlhelle, mare se motho itemogetseng tsone ke gore ha o ya o bakanya dipampiri tsa gago gore o tle o reach the requirement, o nna le bothata ba gore those things tse o lekang go di dira mo wa o tsena mo di officing tseo di senola tse ding or di revealer other things that you have to do.
Absolutely, and one of the things that we found was that they were talking about the infrastructure of your tuck shop. You have to fix the ventilation and lighting system, and you said that this is a money implication. You don't have the money to completely attend to those, but this may mean that your tuck shop may eventually have to close down.
Yes, it will lead to that, because if you fail to meet the requirement, it's going to be a big problem, because to be honest with you, it's not all right to work illegally. We have to register, we have to be registered, but what I'll have to ask is they have to give us more classes, they have to teach us, they have to workshop us on this matter, so that we can know a lot about it. As like I said to you, when you go to this office, ask for this help, and then you take your documents to another office, they'll take you to, they'll lead you to. When you arrive there, they'll see that there's something wrong with that. Then you have to go back there. As I was saying to you, I was supposed to do a plan here to indicate where my shop is. They call it a site development plan. I failed to do that. Actually, I've done it, but one thing for sure is when I arrived there by the district municipality, they reversed me. They say you have to go and do this and this and this, and then all those things, they want another cash from us. We never planned that, and at the time it was all right, but we are still a growing nation, we are still growing people. We don't have that cash to do those things as we want to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Ntate Waka. Thank you so much for your time and that explanation. Ntate Collen explaining to us that he's operating on the verge of criminality, but not at his own doing. He's found himself really unable to ensure that he's compliant, and this is because of the complexities of the system. He's got 10 pointers that he needs to ensure that they are properly adhered to, but every time he goes to those relevant offices from the municipality to Kokta, he finds himself lacking in some areas or the other. But as we continue monitoring the situation here, I'm going to hand over to Koketso.
Thank you so much. I can tell you that indeed we are still here at the Polokwane municipality, where people are trying to take the advantage of the last day of business registration here in Polokwane to come and register their businesses. And I can tell you that there is quite a number of people who are coming through here to register for those businesses. You understand that today is the last day of those registrations, and we understand that, you know, the minister has mentioned that they are not going to extend this deadline. And I can tell you that now as we speak, I'm now joined here by one of the business owners, Lydia Sebothoma. Thank you so much for joining us here on SABC News. Let's talk about your business. You've been coming here throughout. What are the challenges that you are facing, because today is the last day of the applications?
Thank you so much, Lydia Sebothoma. I'm one of the person who look at register. The process is not fair and simple. I've been coming time and again, graduated for the first time, and then they sent me to University of Limpopo, whereby the health inspector then several times, more than 4 times, until today when I come back because today is the last day, municipality, of which then today municipality is like start with this application. We are the budget, and as the business owners, the small ones, it's not like we having that money. The money are budget, but are not choice. The process
and then how much are you supposed to pay? How much is this municipality, saying you should pay in order for you to be registered?
It's close to 2.4. 2.4. There's 2,036 rand. There's 180. There's another money here less than 200. So to my surprise, and I want clear information, maybe a boarding and I want to okay for the registration. There's this fees that you are supposed to pay. This is for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to get information. After the queue, then you should pay this. And then
and then how is this thing going to affect your businesses going forward? Because you understand that today is the last day of registrations.
I will win it. I think it can say it over right. It under control. Business. As long as the inspector that will be good. Everything so far is the right thing. Beside the process, you're not really disappointed, but for the registration, it's very good.
Well, Ms. Sebothoma, thank you so much for joining us here on SABC News. That is one of the business owners here who is here to, get her businesses being registered. But she's saying that they are facing some quite number of challenges here, and they're hoping that municipality will resolve those challenges so that they can be able to register the businesses and, run without any challenge. But for now, let's get back to you in studio.
Koketso Motau, live to us there from Polokwane in Limpopo. Thanks very much indeed. Of course, we're watching the story throughout the country. Spaza shop operators in Mpumalanga also rushing to various municipal offices to try and beat today's registration deadline. Spaza shops across the country, as you now know, have been ordered to register with their local authorities following a spate of food poisoning incidents and the deaths of children, I beg your pardon, that are linked to these stores.